Alright, let's go ahead and put our foot on the brake, pull up on that drive tab, press that manual mode button, and we'll start cruising out to our track entrance here in just a sec. We're going to start off with a warm-up lap around the course. It'll be a very similar pace to what we did this morning. Let's go ahead and begin cruising out, be in that manual shifting mode. Good afternoon, gentlemen. This is Dylan on the radio. I'll be guiding you through our second track session here. We'll start off, like I said, nice and easy with that warm-up lap. Then we'll start building up our pace. Each of you will get some consecutive laps behind my lead car. And we'll adjust the spacing and all that stuff with the other group. Keep things flowing as seamless as possible. Since it is only the two of you in my group, you'll basically get some extra laps, alright? So normally you only get 3 laps directly behind the instructor, but in total you'll end up with 5. Each of you will get 5 directly behind me. We'll just divide those up. So you'll have 3 laps, then we'll rotate to the other driver, give them their 3, rotate back to you, 2 laps, rotate, 2 laps. Okay, so don't overthink it, don't worry about it, you don't have to keep track or anything like that. I will basically let you know way ahead of time that we're going to be pulling over, all that stuff. So just get in the zone, feel it out, look ahead, and all that, and we'll go from there. Now on this warm-up lap, just really set the precedence. Let's really focus on being as precise as we can at a slower speed, and force that to be the only acceptable line in your mind around the track. Think of the turning cones, waiting until you're right at those before you begin to turn the wheel. Think of those orange apex cones, utilizing every bit of that curving that is directly against that orange cone. As we go here into turn number 3, we're just staying in 3rd gear for now. We're looking from the turning cone, then into the corner towards our apex. We're turning with one gradual rate of steering as we're looking not only at the apex, but also where our car is pointed and beyond that apex cone. The higher up on the curving you get, the more aggressive the vibration becomes. As we leave it, we want to upshift to 4th gear, closer to the S's now. We'll begin a little bit of brake pressure on the initial entry, get some space from the white cone to give us a better entry to the following apex for the roller coaster. Through the roller coaster, just think less is more. We want to try and build a straight path, and also a straight path for our braking zone. Here we'll need to downshift to 3rd gear as we turn the wheel slow to get you up to the middle. Once you're here in the middle, just look ahead to the apex. Let it follow through, adjust if you need to. As for the launch pad, nice and straight going up it. And we just kind of slowly roll off the throttle here as we're looking at the next turning cone and double apex. As we come all the way out to the upper left, we'll downshift to 3rd gear there. As we start going down the hill, you can upshift back to 4th gear. Now one thing with this, when you're right behind my lead car, you don't have to worry about the spacing between you and I. I will maintain that. When you're behind another student car, just try not to get any closer than 6 car lengths, just so you have a good safety buffer, and you can find more information. But when you're right behind me, doesn't matter, okay? I'll keep it with you. 3rd gear, and Thor, that's going to be the end of the warm-up lap. We'll start to build our pace. Just drive to your comfort level, and I'll keep this distance you and I have here now. We're going to brake at the 2 sign, carry 3rd gear all the way into this first apex. Give us some time to coast for a second, point to the next one, and begin slowly feeding in the throttle. As you're unwinding from 1B, setting up for 2, and now you can roll back in the rest of the way. Upshift. 4th gear down the straightaway. Look to that 4 sign, we'll go firm initial there. Let's downshift, 3rd gear. Gradual release of the brake, get it to point, now squeeze back into throttle. Upshift to 4th gear going in. We're in a space away, let it tighten, good, then roll back into throttle. Very nice, firm when you're straight here, Thor. We're going to downshift 3rd gear. Start looking to that apex here at the base. Beautiful. Unwind, accelerate up. 4th gear. Firm when you're off the hill. We started turning a little early, just make a stick. We're going to go out to the outer left, and we'll go to third gear there. And squeeze back out. Fourth all the way down the hill. Beautiful. Alright, now Thor, obviously we are catching up to someone here, so we are going to slow our pace, get some space from everyone here on the straightaway for a second. For now, just follow me over to the right-hand side. We're going to get some room. Looking good so far there, Marcus. Thank you again for managing that car spacing, not getting too close. We do appreciate it. Take a nice moment to check your breathing, your hand position, relax the shoulders. Keep things nice and easy here, okay? Sorry about that, gentlemen. Just communicating with Rudy, trying to coordinate how to get enough space here to get some consecutive laps going here. Alright, Thor and Marcus, let's go ahead and get back rolling here, gentlemen. Let them get all the way behind us here on this one. We'll get back up to third gear for now. Then Thor will start to build speed coming out from the next apex cone on the right. We're going to clip down close to it, begin straightening the wheel, and then rolling into throttle. Speeding more and more and more. There you go, you got it, fourth gear. Scan ahead to that braking cone. Firm initial, let downshift, third gear. And keep that foot on the brake as you slowly turn and gradual lift. Good, now roll into throttle. There you go, perfect. Upshift to fourth gear. Nice. Let it coast for a brief moment, now roll into it. Firm when you're straight, you can downshift to third gear. Let's try not to touch that white and red curbing by the white cone, okay? That puts you in a tight corner. All good. Now accelerate up the hill. Good, fourth gear. Begin slowly rolling off the throttle if you think you need to. Good. We could have been a bit closer to that curbing though. You're only about a foot away from it. There you go. Accelerate out. Powering down that long straightaway here. Fourth gear all the way down. Begin braking at the start of the curb. Looking ahead to that apex on the left. Good here. Be ready for firm brakes. Look for the turn cone and apex now. Third gear. Good. Unwind, squeeze out. Upshift, fourth gear, firm at 2, downshift to third gear. Ride the brake to the first cone. Then coast a second. Wait a second. Now roll in. Good, fourth gear. All the way up to the right. See how the car felt a little unstable? We want to allow the car to go all the way to the right side so you're holding it to a much more broad radius. Now third gear. Patience. Unwind and accelerate as you do so. Much better. Take your time. Marcus, make sure you're looking for that turning cone, okay? Turned it a little early there in turn 3. Third gear here, Thor. Let it tighten in. And squeeze back out. Firm when you're straight. A little bit of throttle, get you out to the outer left. We'll downshift there with a little bit of brake. And accelerate out. Building that momentum all the way down. Fourth gear. Firm start of the curve. Let's balance over to the left. Perfect. Alright, Thor, we're going to start slowing our speed here. Just for a brief moment. Nice job. We're going to do a quick rotation and we're going to pass the other group, alright? So Thor, go ahead and squeeze that right hand side for me if you would. And then just come to a stop for a minute. Marcus, follow behind my rapid blue lead car that's on the left side. And then Thor, I'll have you fall back in behind that cacti green car that passed. passed you there. Perfect. All right, third gear, everyone. And Marcus, we'll start to build our speed here. Just drive to your comfort level. Let's accelerate out. Grab fourth gear. Look ahead to that braking marker. Brake a little earlier if you want to. Let's downshift to third gear. Looking inwards to the apex cone. Take your time. Only the curving that's right next to that cone. So there, you're about 3 feet away from that apex. Let's upshift to fourth gear. A little bit of coasting, let it tighten, and roll back to throttle. So we need a little bit more steering to get to that following apex. You're about 3 feet off. There you go, got that last apex. Perfect. Third gear. Good there. Unwind, accelerate out. Fourth gear. Gradually start rolling off the throttle. Good patience. Look ahead. Look beyond my lead car. We want to come to the outer left side here. Third gear there. Another apex on the inside. Add more steering. About 2 feet away. Fourth gear. Patience as you come across. Firm pressure here for 7. Third gear. You missed that apex by about 3 feet there, Marcus. We didn't turn the steering wheel fast enough to get down to the apex cone. Look to the edge. How much steering do you need to get close? Oh, see, you made an adjustment. It was just too late. Good. Again, Marcus, if you don't feel that curbing rumble under the tires, you're too far away from it. Look between your turning cone and apex. Let's build that familiarity with where our tires are sitting. A little bit more, there you go, those close. You're right up against the seam. Fourth gear. Let it coast a second, then roll back in. Firm when you're straight. We're going to downshift to third gear there as we come up to the middle. Now look ahead to the apex. We want to arc it back down, then unwind, accelerate. Fourth gear. Slowly roll off the throttle, but look for a straight braking zone, and look to the double apex. Let's run down that curving. Beautiful, much better. All the way left to the turning cone, third gear next to it. Unwind, accelerate. Fourth gear. Light and long brake pressure, let's carry it across. Perfect, we're going to go for one more lap here this time, Marcus. Good work. Let's keep tightening up our car's proximity to those apexes. Accelerate out. Carrying third gear here to 1A. Touch light on that pressure of the brakes. All good. It's going to look a little further ahead. Now fourth gear. Begin braking next to the brake cone. Downshift third gear. Beautiful. Much better on that rate of steering there, Marcus. Roll back to throttle. Fourth gear. When you're straight, let's go third gear there. Look to that apex now. Good timing. Accelerate up. Fourth gear. Brake at the curb, no cone. Scan ahead to the double apex. Start to look in the distance. There'll be a turning cone over there. Good third gear there. Unwind, accelerate. Fourth gear when you need it. Alright, we'll start to slow our pace here, Marcus. Nice work. Take a nice deep breath. Relax the hands, the shoulders. Beautiful job. We're going to get some space from the other group here real quick, so for now, follow me over to the right side, gentlemen. Marcus, hang tight on the right side if you would please. Thor, go ahead and follow with me here. Beautiful. Marcus, you'll take in the back of the pack. And that gray car there. Beautiful. Let's get back up to third gear. And Thor, we're going to go for 2 more laps with you here. So third gear, we'll start to roll into throttle and build that RPM. Accelerate out. Upshift to fourth gear when you need it. Look ahead to that braking cone. Firm at the brake cone, downshift to third gear. Carry that momentum in tight to the apex. A little bit more steering, there you go. Now roll into it. Fourth gear, firm, gradual release, let it arc over. Now roll back in. Much better. Brake firm once you're straight, going in, and you can downshift to third gear. Let it come up to the middle. It'll point back down to the inside. Good there. Nice. Now accelerate up. Fourth gear. Roll off slow. Brake firm when you're straight. We turned in a little early. Let's try to stay a bit closer to that blue turning cone on the initial entry up there.
I screw that one up every time.
Accelerate out. Fourth gear all the way down the hill. Be ready for firm brakes to turn 7. We'll downshift to third gear. Don't worry about me. Now squeeze back in. Fourth gear when you need it. Brake at the 2. Third gear. Good. Let it point. Now roll in. Trust the car more and more each time. All the way to the right. Much better. Downshift. Very nice. Accelerate out. Fourth gear. Firm right before that apex. Good. Firm when you're straight, you can downshift to third gear there. Let it tighten down, then accelerate out. Fourth gear. Much better on that turn in. Good job following that patchwork. Helps you out there. Third gear at the top of the hill. Accelerate out. There you go. We're going to brake at the start of the curve there. Now Thor, we're going to start a slower pace. Perfect timing. Got a good timed lap there. And sort of catching up to that last driver there. Good work. We're going to get some space here on the straightaway. Alright, Marcus, I see you coming around. Just drop in behind us here for now. Just to get some breathing room from the other driver. Feel free. Deep breath. Relax the hands, shoulders. Chill out a little bit. So we're looking good so far. Definitely picking it up pretty quick. Should even off about 4 seconds from your previous time behind me. That's good. At least 4 seconds. So just keep working on that patience and being as precise as you can, like making those adjustments like you've already been doing. You're looking really solid. Just wait here another brief moment. Alright, looks like we've got enough space this time around. Thor, hang tight on the right. Marcus, go ahead and follow me over to the left. We'll go for your 2 laps here. And then Thor, follow in behind us. Let's get back up to third gear. third gear. We'll start to build pace. Fourth gear out, rev it all the way. Look at that brake cone. Gentlemen, at any point, you're welcome to stretch out that RPM. As long as you don't hit the ground limiter, we're okay. Third gear, up to the apex, gradual to it. There you go. Now roll into it. Squeeze it out. Fourth gear for a moment, firm brakes. Gradual release. There you go. Nice job. A little bit of throttle, feel it out. Firm once you're straight. Let's go third gear. Good. Accelerate up. Nice and straight. And fourth gear. Roll off slow. Firm when you're straight. Look to the second apex cone. Good. Little bit of throttle. Now to the outer left. Light touch of the brakes. That helps load the nose. Helps it turn at a sharper radius. That was good. Power all the way down that straightaway. Braking the start of the curb. Balance across. Once again, firm when you're straight. Third gear. Turn it a little early, that's fine. Roll the power. There you go. Fourth gear. Brake at the 2. Downshift again to third. Carry to the first. Stay on the brake a little longer, okay? Next time around we'll fix it. Squeeze in. Let it go all the way to the right. Fourth gear. Fifth gear if you need it. We're going to brake firm as the brake cone. Now third gear. Gradual balance off. Patience. Good. We just needed a little bit more rate of steering there. Fourth gear into the S's. Roll the throttle. Slow to get you to the middle. Look ahead to the apex here, Marcus. Very good. Now roll the power up. Fourth gear. Find your next turning cone in the double apex. We got to stay on it for both. Good. About 3 feet off that curving. That's all. Third gear at the top. Accelerate out. Fourth gear. Done. We're going to start to slower pace this time, gentlemen. We're going to start our cool down lap. Alright, let's leave it in fourth gear. We're going to do this lap at a little bit slower of a pace. Through this corner here, Marcus, we've got to work on the timing of getting to this apex, okay? We should be coming out to the middle here, gentlemen, in between those two cones. And it's all one radius, by the way. So 1A, 1B, we should be able to take that corner with only having to turn the steering wheel once for 1A. And then the rest should fall right to that 1B as long as you don't touch the gas too early. Alright. Now through here, Mark's just going to work on that timing and get to the apex. Staying more consistent with it. Thor, I can see you making tweaks each and every time through this turn 3. It's like you notice you're a couple feet off and you adjust. Marcus, we just got to trust the car of making that additional adjustment that's needed. Okay, that'll help you get the car straighter faster. And then through here, really good stuff on the initial entry here, getting some distance away from the near apex cone. And also getting to this apex after the fact. It's a pretty difficult one, but that helps set the precedence for the entire roller coaster here of how much speed you can truly carry all the way through it, how much throttle you can stay on. Okay, the bowl, no real issues. We can just work on carrying more speed each time and trusting that brake balance to help to navigate the car. Okay, launch pad, cakewalk. Both of you, phenomenal job there. Coming up here, it seemed as if though when we got to this turning cone, you'll just jump off the gas, both of you. So remember, stay in the throttle a little longer, start rolling off as you need to if you don't feel comfortable with it. Alright? Then that double apex, just Marcus got to stay tighter to it for both cones. It helps get you closer to that turning cone at a more parallel angle to it. And Thor, a couple of the laps you did the same thing. You'd get the first one perfect, but the second one we'd miss because we're coming into the corner a little too early. We started turning the wheel before that turning cone, so the angle of your car won't allow you to even get anywhere close to the second orange cone for the double 8-pack. Coming down the hill here, that'll take time to build that confidence and all that. But here, try to avoid turning in early. Those of you a couple of times turned in slightly before that turning cone. So that made it to where you had to slow down a lot of speed. But again, first session of speed, great work. We're going to exit track here. Just click on the turn signal so everybody knows that we're exiting. We'll be headed back down to the building this time around. But again, gentlemen, this is beyond on par of what we normally see. You know, the very first session of speed. Both of you are doing a 132, so a minute and 32 seconds around the track. That's moving. So, congrats. Now, when we get parked, we're going to go over kind of the PDR system in the classroom. We have a whole class on it. But leave the PDR recording. Okay, when we get to our parking spot, I'll come up to each of your windows. I'd like to show you where the lap timer. I'll show you where that lap timer is located. That way you have a rough idea where that time is placed. So every single C8 Corvette that is a 2LT or 3LT, 2LZ or 3LZ, or if it's been custom spec'd with the navigation package, has the PDR system. So it has a built-in timer as long as you set up the track. So we'll show you how that's done. But feel free to roll down the windows, get some fresh air in the car. We're going to park into a different area because we obviously passed the other group. And once we're stopped, like I said, just put them in park, hang tight a second, I'll be at your window.
Thank you for watching this video. Please leave a like before you go, and consider watching additional videos on the Vehicle Mundo YouTube channel.